I want to talk about some of the recent work we did with MWA Phase 1 and the EoR limits we got out of that. And of course, this is a giant collaboration. Many of you have contributed in one way or another to these limits, so this isn't purely my work at all. First off, I'm not going to show any 2D power spectra today. You're welcome. I'm just going to show 1D power spectra. This is an example of what that looks like. K modes on the bottom and melatonin squared on the y-axis. Or if you want something more like layman type of explanation, size of bubbles, bigger bubbles over here, smaller bubbles over there. And you can kind of think of this as like brightness, definitely not brightness. You usually get a couple of different metrics out of a 1D power spectrum. So black is the measured power. This is zero mean, so it can sometimes fluctuate to zero. The upper limit is the blue, the solid blue, in this picture. Gray bars are the 2 sigma error bars, and the dashed line is the estimated thermal noise. And you can see that there's gaps in the data. This is just manually flagged so that you don't concentrate on it. But really what's happening in those areas is coarse band lines and flagging of those coarse band lines. So they will be missing throughout the talk. And what I want to do is compare recent changes and some RFI things that Mike did against something that we already know. So in 2016, Beardsley et al. Was published. It was really the first attempt at MWA EoR. Had about 1,000 observations, or 32 hours, and it was systematic dominated. And what I mean by that is that the gray error bars are not consistent with zero, meaning that we detected a systematic, not the EoR. And the best limit that we got out of that was about 164 millikelvin squared. And I'm showing two 1D power spectrum plots because we have different polarizations. So east-west on top, north-south on bottom. All right. So what are the systematics that we are measuring in Beardsley et al. Is it the analysis, or is it the data? Well, let's take a look at the analysis, first of all. This is just a flow chart of what type of analysis I'm going to focus on today. It's nominally the U.S. power spectra pipeline, but I live in Australia now, so I'm gonna take hold of that. Yeah, so it's FHD epsilon. Essentially, what's going on here is you have this part of the flow, which is mostly based off of things like Cotter, which is an RFI flagger, and a file converter, and an averager, and stuff in the instrument, and then it feeds into FHD, which takes images, and those images feed into epsilon, and epsilon makes a power spectrum estimation out of that. And some of you have seen this before, but I'm not going to talk about all the changes that have happened since 2016. This is all of the Git hashes and Git commits since 2016, only on FHD.
Removing the comments.
Yeah, and so I did some meta-analysis. You guys are going to love this on these commits. Instances of question marks. I like hack question mark. Very, very confident. Also, a lot of instances of just bug fix. Nothing else. Bug fix. Better commit messages, people. Fix bug, fix bug. I think that was you. I think I was done out of protest. Anyways, I don't really have time to go into all of these changes, obviously. And there were some major ones. If you want to know more about these changes, you can definitely talk to me afterwards. But the main idea is that we've been improving for a couple of years now. These changes are significant. So what I did was I took the Beardsley et al. limit. I rebinned it because I had it on file, which is great. So I could do an apples-to-apples comparison between Brazil 2016 and a reprocessing of the exact space data set. So purple is 2016 upper limit and thermal noise, and green is now the updated upper limit and thermal noise. And you can also ask me about that thermal noise change later if you want. It has something to do with some improvements that we've made. This thermal noise is actually 6 times too high for Brazil 2016 and 2 times too high for this updated analysis. And that's something that we're working on. All right, so the analysis was definitely something, definitely contributed to this systematic. And I will say that the fact that most all modes got better means that there was an overall spread to systematic throughout the EoR window, not just a particular fault. All right, so now let's briefly focus on the data itself. You've heard all about this. This is work done by Mike. And looking for digital TV, that seems to be the biggest contributor to the contamination in the Brazil data set. And I will say that there's some really nitty-gritty stuff that Adam did and that Stanley did to sort out contamination within that data set, beyond just Carter. And the fact that we found 300 more observations which were contaminated by digital TV really says something about how faint this is, some of this contamination. And Mike briefly showed this. This is now comparing our updated limit in green from the full 1,000-ish observations, and blue, which is cutting all digital TV, and that's at about 678 observations. So we're going from 32 hours to 21 hours from green to blue. You can obviously see that change in sensitivity with this expected thermal noise line. But obviously I want to point out this significant change, this particular pixel right there. So obviously something is happening in the east-west polarization, where there's a contamination that is making it so that removing digital TV is having no effect. Essentially what that means is there's something else in the east-west polarization that is the dominating effect, and we haven't found this yet. And this has been something that's been very consistent within the MWA EoR community. We've always seen this. So hopefully one of these days we'll simulate maybe the galaxy in the Philo. That's the ongoing theory. But in any case, the north-south polarization has seen significant improvement, especially in that one particular pixel. So whereas we were at 164 millikelvin squared, now we're at 46 millikelvin squared on that particular pixel. And you could ask, well, that's just one pixel. That's not necessarily good cause to continue integrating further, and I'd have to agree. Really what we would like to see is a couple of noise-dominated pixels in this low, very sensitive region before we press onwards. But this is definitely a step in the right direction, and as like Nichole said, most limits are not noise-dominated. So this is a good step forward. And I would like to compare all of the limits together. This is something that we do. It's not necessarily a good thing to do because the normalization of the power spectrum depends on what you say the supply temperature is. With gleam on EoR 0, we say the sky temperature is 200 Kelvin, 180 megahertz. Whatever LOFAR says, it would need to be comparable to our normalization scale. So don't take this scientifically, is what I'm saying. You'll also see that everything is kind of smushed, like all those purple points together, all the teal ones, and that's really because this is a 3D plot. This is redshift, millikelvin squared, and size of the bubble K. And this is just playing around with stuff here. Our point is green, lime green, and it would be the lowest of the published limits once it gets to review. I will point out that Matchwork really covers a nice range that was not previously explored, and I should say, and you really can't see that when you look on a TV font. So I just want to point that out. It is a nice font. I'm trying. Yeah, so this paper is submitted. I do want to take 2 seconds, with the time that I have left, to talk about an issue that we ran into that might change the limit a little bit. So what we were doing is that when you take a Fourier transform of frequency to get to kV, you need to fold your kV together. And we found that our folding technique was off by 1 bit. And now, since we've corrected for that, this limit, this 46.5 millicoulomb squared, it's now in the 60s. So that might change going forward, and in the actual paper, it might change what Yang's limits are. This is something that the EoR community needs to talk about before we really go forward with this, but I do want to point that out as well before continuing. Yeah, so we'll talk about that later. Right, so I also want to say that you can take a crack at this yourself. The data is all public, and our code is all public. If you ask nicely for setting files, and create commits, we'll give them to you, and you can have a go at this yourself. And that would be pretty darn cool if other people got on board, because then you could submit issues and stuff. Let us know how you did it. In any case, yeah, this resulted in 2 papers. Pipeline paper, which is in process, and the limit paper, which is in review. So, thank you.
Can you go back to your before after mic lot? Yeah. Yeah. Why? You pointed this out too. Things get worse in some cases at the high K, especially in north south.
Yeah, it's because your noise went up.
But it's not noise dominated though, right? The noise went up, but the limits. But it's the highest K.
Oh, the highest K.
Yeah.
The highest K.
Yeah. So the blue is like the highest, like out of one. Actually, go to your. There was another one that shows the error bars. I thought there was one that was even allowed.
I only show, okay.
This one. This is obvious. Like the blue is.
This is
Hearing. The mic one.
But you can see from those gray error bars that a lot of those groups that high K are noise dominated. The noise level goes up because you try 300 out there.
Oh, is this just because the upper limit is 2 times the noise?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or large way.
Large.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to run the power supply pipeline on your data, what kind of compute and storage do that?
You need something that has high memory, like 120 gigabytes. Right. You need IDL, which is that we're part of it all. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, they need a number of them. One machine is going to take you a long time.
Yeah, ideally you would have many machines that would accomplish in parallel. It took me maybe 2 weeks to copy them, like 10 machines that one.
On 100.
Yeah.